They have a way of preserving these heads. The more heads you have in your home, you are more respected. Heads of gentlemen. Don't be afraid to go there. They have changed. They don't hunt heads now. Yeah, they were head-hunting people. The owls and cookies, even now, they're very rough people. Very rough to deal with cookies. I have some cookie friends, Yeah, they're nice. I went into the cookie church one day, and preached there. Because one of my friends, he was in the agricultural university in Trichur. He got saved there. Then he went there. So he invited me, come and preach. It's nice, They're good people. All dress up nicely on Sunday, with suits and tie and all that. They come there. And they're nice people. They sing very beautifully. Actually, all northeastern people sing. Among all the world, the people who cannot sing very well, I think, are the Keralites, the Malayalis. There they all play instruments, some instrument, guitar or violin, keyboard, something they definitely play. I'm jealous of those people. Their ability for the music is great. Sister, you play some instrument? Yeah, they should. Definitely. It's nice. They can sing. Yeah, Malaysia, but they all have the common gene, the musical gene. And we don't have the musical gene. No. Even we cannot do rightly. If we do it, you know that we will. So Nagaland is a difficult place. I have gone to Nagaland many times. Of course, now Nagas are so friendly, By the way, in Dimapur there is an Ao church. Oh, I have not seen such a beautiful church even in America. It's so big. 5,000, 7,000 people could sit inside. Central air conditioned, and the organ and piano and all that. I just requested, can we go inside, see the church? This permitted. And one day asked them, can we come and sit at your, maybe one of the services? They said, may not be. This is only for our people, They don't expect anybody else. The worship is in our language. Beautiful, beautiful people, But they were headhunters, that's the point. Scott Edward Pine was an American Baptist missionary who in 1863 came to Naugam of Assam. He planned to reach certain hilly tribes of Assam. They were called the Mikir people. However, due to ill health, he had to return to America. In 1868, Scott returned to Assam. This time he decided to work among the Nagas, who were notorious headhunters. But because Nagas were dangerous people, government did not allow him to go to Nagaland. Said, no, your head will be gone, However, he went to Naga villages against the government permission and all. All that Scott had with him was a Bible and a violin. That's all he had. When he went to the village, he was greeted by 12 Nagas armed with spears. And they looked at each other and they said, Whitehead, what a great prize we got today. That's what they said. Whitehead, what a great prize we got. Well, Scott took his violin immediately and started playing. These people love music, So he started playing. He played the famous song, I am a soldier of the cross. Those 12 Nagas warriors stood still. One by one they dropped their spears. And when he finished, they said, no, you cannot stop. Sing another song. So he sang another song. He played again. Very soon he sang few songs and he became friends with those men. Scott began to live among the Naga villages, in Naga hills among these Nagas. He shared the gospel with them. Many Naga youths came forward to study. They joined mission schools in Naugaon. Scott died very soon of cholera. However, those Nagas who were converted, they carried on the work. Yes. So see how God used a man. Yes. Why did he take the violin? That's, he had only two things in his hand. On one hand he has violin, the other hand he has... So he studied. Maybe the Holy Spirit told him, what? These people love music. So you can win them by music. So music has an important place. If any people in the world won by music, it's the Nagas. And you go to the Nagaland today, wherever you go, if 10 people get together, 5 people get together, they definitely will have a guitar or a violin, something, they start playing and singing. They sing very nicely, beautiful song. So if you have the ability of singing, definitely use it for the Lord. You can, yes. Music, has tremendous, even Satan cools down. When Saul was possessed by a demon, what was the solution? David will take the harp and play. When he will play, even that demon, even demons are affected by singing. Isn't that amazing? When we get to heaven, we will all be singing. Yeah. We will all be singing. I don't know what music instrument. Violin definitely they have. Yeah. I'm surprised if I'll be given a violin. What will I do? I don't know. Maybe at that time I'll get to know something, If today you give me, I don't know what to do. Means a violin, it will be violent. Yeah, well, he will do that way. Yeah, yes. Gothula Brown was born in Assam in a very poor family in Sibsagar. In 1845, his father accepted Christianity. His mother passed away earlier. Gothula joined a mission school. Later, he met a missionary, E.W. Clark, and told him about his desire to work among the Nagas. Clark discouraged him, said that the Nagas, oh, don't go, they are cruel people, they will cut your head away. However, Gothula decided, no, he insisted, no, I want to go too. So Gothula began to work among the Ao Nagas, the Ao Nagas in 1871. 9 Aos got saved. With them, 9 he went to Mr. Clark, who baptized them, and the first Ao church was started. He continued his labors among the Aos, and many more churches were established. The Baptist mission ordained this man as a full missionary. He died in 1900s. I have gone to this, I don't know that Ao church was started by him. That was the biggest Ao church in all Nagaland. A huge church, as I said. It's such a beauty. I was fascinated the way they maintained it. Even Europeans and Americans cannot maintain that spotless. So, clean every day. It was polished, all the pews and everything, they're so nicely. And the organs and, they have very big pipe organs. Dimapur, yeah. And Dimapur is the only place in Nagaland you can go without permission. If you go any other district, you have to get a permission. There will give you permission. But Dimapur is kind of everywhere. Dimapur population is Bengalis are there, from West Bengal people are there, from many places there, Assamese are there, all kinds of.
There used to be lots of foreign missionaries.
Yes, there are a lot of them. That's the only place where you can go and freely talk with the Muslims, because the Dimapur Muslims are really not, very what you call very violent Muslims. You can sit down and talk cool with them. So we had some work in Dimapur. A lot of people came to know Jesus Christ. Now we have a brother there, Disney, working in Dimapur.
Nearby is my birthplace.
Nearby
Is my birthplace.
is that right?
I was born in Shillong.
Shillong. Yeah, Shillong is a nice place. I have gone to Shillong too. Yeah. It's a nice place. Yeah. So you were born in Shillong, but your father was there? Oh. You visit occasionally?
No, I had gone.
Gone, yeah. Shillong is a nice place. Yeah.
Scottish flowers.
When I went Shillong, it was extremely cold. It was raining these little thread-like rains, and it was very cold, and it's a nice place, yes. So the church there was started. Okay, that's all the materials I have for today. You have something to say, or the headhunters, I have a story for them. Have ever heard about Jim Elliot? You never heard of Jim Elliot? Oh, half of your life is gone then. Jim Elliot and there were 5 American young people went to Ecuador in South America. The people who lived in Ecuador were called Auca Indians. They were very violent headhunters. Very, very violent people. Yes. These 5 missionaries, they were all young in their 30s, very young, very dedicated, very able, very intelligent, very athletic, and in every way they were best. So they had their small plane, these Auca Indians are very violent Indians. Nobody could befriend them. So they flew their plane once and twice, and all the people come out, then they look at it, they all have spears, and the tip of the spear is dipped in some poison, so it hit it, you die, that's the sort of. So and then finally in the Amazon, river, the bank, they have landed their plane, and then they were afraid people will come, but some people came. Then they made friends, they will drop chocolates and dress and all that from the plane, so the people will come and pick up, and they start eating, and they liked it. So whenever they hear the sound of the plane, they all come from their hideouts, and they will pick up these things and all. They finally, when they landed, and so some people came. So they have explained and shown them. They have taken a couple of them in the plane and rotated. They liked it and all. And there was Iduma, there was one woman from these Auca Indians escaped them. She ran away from them. She ran away. She ran away, and she became, a house servant for some other people, Americans. There are Americans nearby. They have plantations, of plantains. So they finally this Iduma was known to these 5 people. From Iduma they have learned the language, the Auca language and all. So they had a picture of Iduma with them, and so after making friendship, they know a little bit language, so they have taken the picture and shown them, And they recognize, okay, that's it. But that night they kill all 5. All 5 of them. They landed there, and then the contact was gone, radio contact. Their wives were little far away in a place, and radio contact was gone, no contact with their husbands. So they, radioed to America that the husbands are missing. So, they sent searching teams, and they found the 5 bodies in the water. These were. Anyway, the 5, they were killed, so their wives decided they will go instead. So the wives went there, then the whole Auca Indians got saved, Auca Indians. And of course Jim Elliot was one of them, and Jim Elliot's daughter at that time was only 1 year old when father was killed. So when she grew up and she got saved, and so the Auca Indians all became, and asked mother asked, what do you want for your birthday? Her birthday came. So she said, I want to be baptized by the man who killed my father. They all become believers. So she had the honor of baptizing right in the river where her father was killed and all. So, they are all believers now. So some Americans went there to visit these people. This is a head-hunting story, I'm saying. They went there, so they all sat down with the Auca Indians. These were the people who actually killed these missionaries. They all became believers, and later they all became elders in the church. So they were all sitting together, and so this one man was very afraid to eat the meat and all that, So he was scared, So, if he eat it, will he die? That sort of. So one of the elders jokingly said, don't be afraid of eating. If you die, we won't throw you away. If you die, we will eat you. He jokingly said. The reason they killed it, because when they pulled out the picture, they thought that these men have eaten Iduma. And now by some magical power, pull her out. This was a misunderstanding that made them to kill these missionaries. That they later said. The reason why they killed this is because we thought you have eaten Iduma, and from your pocket, they put their hands, they thought from the stomach you pull out. So you will eat us also. And then so they killed. See the misunderstanding goes? How easily 5 lives, precious lives. But it was not a waste. Those people died, and because their wives went, and the whole tribe was one. Today there is not a single Auca Indian probably there who is not a believer. They were all one. Praise God. So unless the wheat fall in the ground and dies, it remains. If it dies, then it gives fruit. So the same way today also. Here and there are missionaries. Lot of people give their life for the Lord. It's never a waste. I still remember, it was 1959, these people were killed. I still remember, I was at that time, I was born in 1942, so I was 17 years old, so I can remember very well. The main heading in the main papers were, what a waste. In the name of Jesus Christ, what a waste. 5 young people were killed by savages for no purpose. That's evaluation of the world. Even some of the magazines that at that time used to come in my house, they said they should have been saved their life. Foolishness. Now what have they learned? Gained. They gained a lot. And Jim Elliot's wife, what is his name? Elizabeth Elliot, I forget. And I had the privilege of actually meeting one of those, the Nate Smith was one. His sister, Mary, I think he's married to a man. I happened to be invited by a professor in Wheaton College for dinner, and then she introduced herself, and then it was sister of this man, so I had kind of first-hand information about some of these things, and so I was very happy to look back and and I think Elizabeth Elliot is still alive or not? Is she still alive? Yeah, she married 3 times more. All husbands died, and then she married. She has written many books. Through the Gates of Splendor, that's a very most famous book. There are good books. And Jim Elliot was, his famous statement is, how that statement goes. Yeah, he is not a fool who gives away what he cannot keep for the sake of what he won't lose. That's a famous statement. He is no fool who gives away what he cannot keep in order to gain what he cannot lose. So this life you cannot keep anyway. 60, 70 years. So he threw it away, and he got a life he will never lose. So some great statement he has. Yes, he was a great man, Jim Elliot. Anyway, so headhunters become believers, marvelous believers, and you go to Nagaland. I don't know today Nagaland how many percentage are born again Christians and all. I don't know that. But Naga, you can walk back and forth in Nagaland, with the Bible. The insurgencies are there in Nagaland, they will stop you. They will stop you, in the night. It's very unsafe. You simply say, I'm a pastor or a missionary. They will take you home safely and leave you there. All that you have to say is, I'm a missionary. They respect. Anybody, a pastor or a missionary is respected. Otherwise, they won't leave you. So, I had few opportunities to tell them that I'm a missionary. So. Yeah, nice people. Nice people. Anywhere in the world you go, even during the war times, I went to Sri Lanka 3-4 times when the war was, going on. It was very dangerous. So, every kilometer the army will stop you, take out everything, put down your clothes and everything, everything and all. So you simply say, I'm a missionary, keep moving. Keep moving. Of course, if they doubt, you have to show your identity, But you keep moving. They respect missionaries. It was the LTT that won't. Man, with the army checkpost we can find. If we come to the checkpost of the LTT, that's a hassle. They take your picture, they take you here to that man, here this man, and then finally they will ask you, give 20,000 rupees for the LTT course. And one time I escaped. I said, I'm a missionary, sir. Okay, you're a missionary. Okay, you stay there. Then with me was Selvin. So Selvin was a professor. So once they understand you are a professor, you have to give money. So everywhere the missionaries lose, but at least some places they gain. Because they know that missionaries don't have anything, You keep moving. Yeah. Well, okay, it's time, so I'll stop it.